Hello everybody and welcome to another video. So in this video we're going to talk about this week's pre-orders for the Old World. Finally getting more stuff for the Old World, and it's the next faction. Yeah, so Games Workshop will drop the article for the preview of next week's pre-orders, which are pretty cool because it's a lot of love for the Old World and the Horus Heresy, which we really love here on the channel. So let's have a little look at what we've got. So obviously the Orcs and Goblins for the Old World are coming on to pre-order. So we've got the battalion box, which has got 73 miniatures into it. You get 31 Orcs, 40 Goblins and 2 Orc Boy chariots, as well as some decals, which is pretty cool. It'd be kind of nice if they actually show us the decals in the article, but yeah, this is a good box. Obviously there's no rule book, there's no dice, it's not like a launch box like the other two boxes were. It is a battalion box. So I made a video on this before, and I've probably predicted that this will probably retail about £95. Next week we'll see if we're correct. I think we are. I would imagine that at some point this week, if not even today, the prices for these things will already have been leaked. So if I do find out before Saturday, I will put a pinned post on the in the top of the comment section of this video saying exactly how much the box is. But I'm thinking 95 quid, which would be a good value for it. We've also got the big Black Orc Big Boss, which is a very much a sort of homage to Grimgor Ironhide. Anyone who remembers Grimgor from Warhammer Fantasy Battle, he was an awesome miniature, and he definitely screams Grimgor. Really cool miniature, really like him a lot. And obviously we get the Orc Warboss on a Wyvern. Very old model. It's not the nicest looking Orc Wyverns, but it's good that it's in resin, and which is better than the old metal version, because the metal version was horrible. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And obviously we got the Forge World Troll Hag and her big glands. It'll be interesting to see how much she's going to come back. I think she was around about £100 when Forge World sold her before, so it'll be good to see her coming back as well. And obviously we've got some Orcs and Night Goblin command sets, which is really nice to see, especially like the Goblin with all the smoke and everything coming out of his mouth. We've got some classic plastics coming back as well. We've got the two Orc boss on the boar and the banner bearer, as well as the Orc Boys mob, which is kind of cool. And then we've got some classic metals in the form of some Orc Biggins command, and a very cool Shaman model, which I had in my original Orcs and Goblins army. I had in 6th edition, 6th and 7th edition. I had that very cool Orc Shaman there in my army. And then we've got some classic Goblins in plastic and in metal, an array of Night Goblins and Common Goblins, including Wolf Riders, which is kind of cool to see. And we also have the Goblin Wolf chariots, which is kind of cool. And then we got some classic Orcs and Goblins in metal. So we've got some really old school looking ogres, which are pretty cool. Like, these kind of very much remind me of there was like an expansion for Hero Quest, and it had ogres in it, and these guys scream that expansion. Obviously we've got the Snotling Pump Wagon, Snotlings, the Rock Lobber, the Goblin Doom Diver, the Spear Chucker, and some of the classic plastic trolls, which I do believe those two trolls were in one of the starter sets for Fantasy, alongside the what's it called? The Dwarfs, which is kind of cool. Then we've got some of the Giants and the Bone Grinder Giant, the classic Giant. I had this boy here on the left. They never did buy the Forge World Giant. He's huge, but I never did get him. And then we've got the obviously the Orcs and Goblins Tribes Arcane Journal. I probably will pick this up to have a good read of it, actually, because it'll be interesting to see what's in it. So it's a 48-page booklet. It has options for the old world, fleshing out the Orcs and Goblins tribes with lore and maps, as well as historical scenarios, 2 special characters, cool, 2 armies of infamy, ooh, and a heavy change to the way your war plays, a new spell lore, some additional units including the Troll Hags, the Bone Grinder Giants, the Bad Lad Ogre Bulls is also available in eNub. And obviously we got the dice and cards, which will sell out in about 30 seconds flat, and you'll never see them again. But anyway, onto the Horus Heresy. So the Battle of Beta Garmin is coming out on pre-order, which I'm highly surprisingly expecting to see on Thursday, the 21st of next week, to actually see Little Horus, because we haven't seen Little Horus yet, and we know he's the only character that they haven't shown that's going to be featured in this book. So it's going to be really cool to see Little Horus. I will definitely be pre-ordering this book. Because one, I'm really interested in the Black Shields warband, and I want to see the rules for the Shattered Legions, and it's just going to be really, really good. And then we've got the Solar Auxiliary coming out as separate buy-in units. So if you missed your chance of buying the launch box, you're going to be able to get your gubbings for your Solar Auxiliary, which is a really cool to have. You know, you got the infantry section, which is coming with 20 infantry. And then you're going to have your command squad, as well as your the guys with the big Volkite Serpentina type guns, which is kind of cool. And then you got the Malkador tank, the Lehman Russes, Assault, and the Strike tanks. And then you've got the transport, and then you've got the Heavy Sentinel as well. And the decals, Horus Heresy decals for, I believe, that looks like the Black Shields. And it also looks like the Solar Auxiliary. So very cool that there's decals coming out for those 2 armies as well. And then we got the Black Library, which is a pretty interesting looking book. I might going to pick this up on Audible when it comes out. Renegades, Lords of Success. So yeah, always a big fan of the Emperor's Children. So probably get my hands on that one on Audible. And then Warhammer TV, very much not much. Got a bit of Lord Master and a little bit of OSL, and that's about it. So all in all, it is a pretty stacked pre-order for next week. Got to admit, it's a big one. Definitely looking forward to getting the pre-orders in for Beta Garmin. Really looking forward to that book. And I'll probably try to get myself the Arcane Journal for the Orcs and Goblins to have a little read, because it's always nice to see the fluff and the lore for the new time frame for the old world. But yes, that is me. That is the video. That is what's coming out on pre-order next week. Super exciting times. And obviously we have the previews on Thursday, which they're probably here in the UK. They're going to be hitting us at 3 o'clock in the morning. I will not be live streaming that because it's my birthday on the Thursday and I'm going to have a lie-in. But I will probably at some point during that day make a video having a little talk about the previews and what not. But yes, very exciting times. So right, I will call the video here, and we will catch you all in the next one. Hopefully all you old world Orcs and Goblin players will get your pre-orders in next week, and it'll be a really good time for you all. And yeah, see you later, peeps. Goodbye for now.